Today on Eva Bee's Jamboree, I'll be cooking with
Jackie from the Balconies.
And we'll be making, well, can you guess?
S'mores?
We're going to make some graham crackers from scratch and marshmallows from scratch. Since it's July, we're gonna make strawberry balsamic marshmallows.
Oh my gosh.
With Michael's Dolce jam, made in Ottawa, Ontario. So Jackie, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I want to find out what you like to eat at home.
It's really nice because when I am home, which is very rare, I am cooking all the time. I take advantage of it, and recently I've been on a stack kick, the springform pans, where I stack food and make this amazing, beautiful masterpiece of a stack. It's like a food sandcastle. And you layer arugula and cheese and tomatoes, avocados, but any kind of breakfast foods, crepes, pancakes, omelets, frittatas, you name it. I'm really into that.
So you're saying that on tour you don't have access to a kitchen, but do you get to at least sample some local flavor of the countries?
Absolutely. We got really spoiled when we went to Europe and we went to Uppsala. And this venue that we played at, this woman is apparently a very famous cook. She just loves food so much that she wants to cater to the musicians as well, but it's also a restaurant, so anyone can eat there. But I love eating locally and really sampling foods of the world. That's really what I'm all about. And yeah, eating hormone-free and antibiotic-free.
Why is that important to you? Because some people hear that kind of stuff and they're like, why care?
I just feel like you are what you eat, and having all of that in your system, I feel like that's the cause of any kind of allergies. People have so many peanut allergies and dairy allergies and gluten allergies now, and I feel like that might be one of the causes to that. So I would just like to eat as clean as I possibly can.
And your music video, do it in the dark. Did the zombie apocalypse turn you off of camping since then?
I haven't gone camping just yet.
Okay. Ever in your life?
I know, it's a little embarrassing. I have a cottage though, but it's
that's
a very
called
rustic
glamping.
Glamping? We don't have TVs or anything like that. There's just canoes and outdoors and working plumbing.
Well, fortunately, I will show you how to make a special version of a s'more that you can make indoors. So let's get cooking. So some people will ask, why in the F would you make marshmallows from scratch? They cost you $1 at the store.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first step is to grease a square pan with some oil. Then the annoying part is you have to do it again with a piece of parchment.
All right.
So you put that in.
Might be some hair in your food later.
Well, that's okay. I know
Shed
it's
like a
yours.
dog.
So then we put 1/3 cup of water in, 2 tablespoons of gelatin if you are not averse to meat-derived products. Throw that in. Give it a little stir. Let that sit for 5 minutes and you'll see it turns into a gelatinous mess. We have our saucepan and we have 1/4 cup of water in there. We throw in 1 1/4 cups of sugar. I'm gonna put a
Pinch of salt.
Then you need 1/3 cup of strawberry jam if you want to make that flavor. You can use fresh strawberries, that's fine too, but honestly, the strawberry flavor is more concentrated. Strain it through a fine mesh sieve.
Yeah, I'll work that.
And then we'll throw that in there. And then I'm gonna start stirring so the bottom doesn't burn. I just have it on medium heat.
Look at that.
The last ingredient is corn syrup. Now, it's not the healthiest thing for you. Oh, thumbs up though.
I'm seeing thumbs up.
And we're gonna put 1/4 cup in this, and then we're going to raise the temperature to 240 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the softball stage. Fun fact, this recipe calls for red food coloring too. Now personally, I do not like adding additives of any kind. This was for a Zebra Zeers music video shoot that I was in, and this was the fake blood we used.
Perfect.
So
we have, so it's like a zombie kind of themed campfire s'mores explosion.
All right, throw it in there.
Blood in our...
You're gonna wanna mix this off and on so it doesn't burn on the bottom, and having a candy thermometer is definitely handy. This is gonna have to cook for about 10 minutes. Check this out. It used to be liquidy, but now it's a It's almost. Once this is at the softball stage, Jackie, please pour slowly while I, on low speed, whip up this hilarious mess. Ideally, you would do this in a stand-up mixer because this process takes about 20 minutes.
Oh my.
So what you can do is set a timer, put it on the lowest speed, and then after the timer goes off, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. But if you don't have one, be prepared. Do some bicep flexes before you start. It'll look like this when you're all done. Pink fluffy clouds. And then you would pour it in. Once you have your pink fluffy clouds in the pan, you actually just leave it out. Oh, overnight or for 3 to 4 hours until it's firm. But first, let's move on to the graham crackers.
I feel kind of naked without a guitar, so I'm gonna...
Graham crackers! I love to make graham crackers! Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo!
That was fun.
Now, graham crackers are essentially flavored by honey. We have 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour or graham flour or all-purpose gluten-free flour. We have 1/2 cup of coconut sugar or brown sugar. Would you like to throw that in?
Yes, please.
And then stir it around. Hey, have you ever seen that guy at Blues Fest who makes gumbo on stage?
No.
He plays Southern blues music while taking breaks and
Makes gumbo.
You might want to consider cooking on stage. We're also going to put our other dry ingredients: 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to give that a little stir too. We are going to go into the phase of cutting butter into the flour. Are you familiar with this?
With cutting butter?
Yes.
I think so.
It's actually a specific baking technique for a flaky texture.
I see.
And you have to actually make sure your butter is cold in this case. So if you'd like to set that down, I can give you a little demonstration. So I have 7 tablespoons of butter here. And you take 2 knives. You do this cutting like crosswise until you get little butter notes. So right now it's super hard. At this point, however, I don't really care about that, so I'm gonna take off my bling. As we learned in the previous episode with Ian Ketaku, you gotta take off your bling before you make Kelly Welly. In this case, before you make graham crackers. So, would you like to get in there, or
sure,
would you
I'll
like
take
to
off my bling as well.
You just crumble it up.
All right.
And then integrate it with the flour. Oh! How do I play?
Oh, I thought that was you.
You know you have enough butter when you take your mound of butter and flour and you press it together and it stays together. We're gonna put in our wet ingredients. Put in 3 tablespoons of water into said bowl, and then if you can measure out 3 tablespoons of honey and mix it into the water, that actually allows for the honey to dissolve into the water. Now we'll stir it up. You can use this little spoon there. Vanilla is super tasty. You gotta put that in your graham crackers or else you won't have a tasty product. Now pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Holla! Gonna mix it up until you get a good ball of dough. Now I need some more water because my dough won't hold together. I'm really off key, I can't find the key. Ah, Jackie, what am I gonna do? Gonna start rapping instead. I'm gonna pour more water in until I get the ball I require. So you just gather it up, and then you're gonna refrigerate this for a minimum of 15 minutes. Wrap it up, put it in the fridge, and we'll be right back to show you how to roll it out.
Oh yeah, Eva's the coolest. Eva's the coolest. The coolest, coolest, coolest.
Is this how you write new songs?
Coolest, yep.
So now I'm gonna preheat my oven to 325. Roll it out like so, to 1/4 inch thick.
I feel like I'm gonna break your table
It's
though.
okay, I got it. I got this. Just gotta make sure you don't go over the edges or it's not gonna fit.
Oh no.
So
Okay.
go the other way, go the other way.
All right, this way,
Yeah.
this way. All right.
Let's see how thick that is. That's pretty good, pretty good.
Oh no, I'm breaking it.
Oh yeah, I forgot, the parchment was required. But it's fine.
It made an exclamation mark.
You get your Can you get that for me?
I have to watch that now.
You get your pizza cutter. I have one. Oh, it's not mine actually, I'm lying, but it's a Starship Enterprise.
I've seen those.
Aren't those awesome? It doesn't matter if the edges are uneven because you just have to cut them off and use them for future graham cracker endeavors. Nanaimo bars, coconut cream pie crust.
These options are limitless.
And then you can cut them into whatever shapes you want.
I choose star shape.
It's like a superpower.
Right? Like so?
Yeah. You'll have extra graham cracker.
I never was good at that Fisher-Price puzzle.
So now we're gonna put this on a baking tray. And then you put these little dots in there.
Fork dots.
And you put this in the fridge for another 15 minutes. Now we're gonna put these pups in the oven, 325 for about 15 to 20 minutes.
Great.
Depending on how crispy you want them.
Those potatoes in there?
Marshmallow cutting. So this has sat overnight. To cut it out, you get a cutting board and you flip it over, oiled it.
Oh, I see.
And you also have to have icing sugar, cornstarch, something to put the marshmallows into to toss after.
Perfect. Oh my god, these are marshmallows. This is amazing. My mind is blown.
When you cut them out, you can keep them in an airtight container for about a week and make sure they're pretty well coated with cornstarch. And then again, you can use the extra little bits for
Hot chocolate.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. But I just wanted to show you one last thing. I mean, you can have your traditional s'more, but my good friend Pascal told me is to just cut open a banana and you make a s'more inside the banana.
What?
With all your little bits. You just throw this in the hot coals of your campfire or fire pit and just have a easy to eat s'more. And you keep the banana peel on.
That's
it's like
amazing.
The cover. To wrap this in foil.
I would love to.
And then when we come back, we will try the ultimate banana s'more. Jackie, for you,
Thank you.
our delicious baked banana s'more concoction. I think
my
that took
gosh.
about 15 minutes in there, but it's all mushy, gooey, amazing. Like I love how these homemade marshmallows actually melt in the same way.
Beautiful. Dig in here.
From everyone at the Jamboree, thanks so much for watching, and don't be afraid, marshmallows are super easy to make.
Oh my god, yeah. That's good.
See you next time.
This is awesome. What a great idea with the banana.